Hi, I'm Rachel Lack. I'm a documentary filmmaker and mom to Henry. He's 8, nonverbal, and autistic. I've been following Henry and 8 other kids on the spectrum for 5 years for a documentary series called Across the Spectrum. We are postponing it to do a short series on how our families are coping with COVID-19. It's now 8:30 in the morning on Monday, March 30th, and Governor Ducey just announced this morning that Arizona schools are going to be canceled till the end of the school year. We all knew that this was coming. The April 13th deadline was really not going to happen. We knew it was going to be longer, but to actually see that and hear that, I'm just kind of tearing up because the uncertainty for our community, for all the kids, but the autism community, the kids that are struggling with special needs. The longest we've gone is 3 weeks and without school for Henry. And right now we're on our 4th week. So now we're going to be like 2-3 months. The kids can't go places that they normally do in the summertime because those are going to all be closed. Henry is a sensory seeker and he needs to be active, and being in the house is just not going. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I really did not think this was going to hit me as hard as it's hitting me. I'm like teary-eyed. I'm thinking of, like, we're very lucky for our situation, but there's lots of kids that are not in the same situation as us.
Autism in our family means that you feel things so much deeper than most, and Nicole has always been that way. She likes to read information, and I've found that I have to be kind of careful about that because she can get really worked up about the deaths. Even if she doesn't verbally express it, I can tell that she's taking in that worry and anxiety.
Yeah.
So I have to be sure to put it in terms that she understands. It's important for us as parents is to not show the fear that we're feeling or the anxiety, because our kids feed so much off of our emotional responses to things.
As autism parents, we're kind of used to the social distancing because our kids either can't handle a certain event or a certain party or whatever, so we always give it a try, but we know that it's not going to work. If it doesn't work out, then we have to make an out.
Yes.
But we feel like even that's been stripped. Like masking or whatever is not new for me. Like I have to do this every flu season. I have to start wearing masks and I have to be more sanitized and I have to guard myself. I'm already used to that.
Yeah.
I said, but when you take the very few things that I can go do, like that makes it even harder. I'm like,
we have a lot of children in our community who are medically fragile, and those families, like, they really can't go out. I mean, those are the families that really, like, maybe for us, we're kind of okay. Sure, I can once a week go out to the grocery store, get a week's supplies of groceries and stay home for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
But there are some families in our community who need to lock down for like 2 or 3 months and not leave their house. Because if they bring this thing back, their child might die if they get it. And that's terrifying. The fact that they can't find enough sanitation equipment, toilet paper. What is with toilet paper?
Well, all 5 of us in our house are high risk. So we are going nowhere.
Oh my gosh.
My husband goes out and gets like vegetables. Everything else is being delivered to us. No therapy, no respite, nothing coming into the house. Oh, hold on. It's preferred home care.
Okay.
Oh, maybe. I'm checking to make sure I'm going to get diapers.
Oh my gosh. No.
Because that could be a problem. And formula, I have to make sure. Because if they don't get formula, then I got to start trying to order it from Amazon to see if I can get it here.
Because of what I do, I've really maintained like social distancing, and I only go out to the grocery store when I absolutely need it, because everyone says like it's not that bad, you know, it's only bad for the old people or those who have underlying health conditions. But I work with a lot of the kids that have underlying health conditions, and I would feel terrible if I was a carrier to one of them. So I've been doing social distancing probably to an extreme. We aren't leaving the house for anything.
I mean, our kids suck at washing hands.
Yes,
They're like,
they do.
done. I'm like,
No.
really? I don't think so. You know, like he hated washing his hands before, so we would just let him use this hand sanitizer here. Well, yeah, I don't have any hand sanitizer, so you were washing hands.
Yeah.
Hand sanitizer stays in the car for when if we do go someplace, but
you're
at home, you now have to wash, when for the longest time I let him just use sanitizer.
When people started to get sanitizers, we were running low of our little ones, and I said, Steve, go get little ones, because we need it, because Henry puts his hands in his mouth all the time. And so we've been using the sanitizer bottles for like 7 years, because that's what we do every time we get in the car. We always have the little bottles.
Me too. We have one on every door in the car, so like you always have sanitizer. We're the same way.
Our community, our kids are vulnerable because they do that, and it's hard to tell them.
They totally are.
So they're the ones, like Henry has not gone, the last week and a half, we haven't taken him to a grocery store.
I haven't taken Brenna either.
I've been trying to go to the grocery store for a week and tried to order groceries online, and something happened with the app and it didn't go through, and I had to do it again, and I had to wait 2 days, and I'm like, crap, I'm just going to go. Well, I had already pretty much exhausted all of my resources for people. I just had to run up and get milk.
Yeah.
So I took him into the store. So I handed him my phone. That way I know if he's got my phone, he's not going to touch anything else. He's going to touch my phone. So I handed him my phone, and we're walking through the store, and I'm like holding the back of his neck and his shoulders to kind of guide him throughout the store. And I know people were looking at me like, why are you bringing that kid in here? But I'm like, you know what? I'm the only one here. I don't have a choice.
No.
You know, I've been without milk for a week. You know, I'm doing the best I can here. He's got my phone. I'm watching him like a hawk.
Don't judge me for having people to come in my home. I care more about the well-being of my child and not having him regress. And I am willing to take a chance to get sick if it means he's going to get better. End of story. People don't even realize too that, you know, they see it as we're just having people in our home. No, these people, my therapist actually brings slippers to wear in the house. So they don't even bring their shoes inside. They leave them outside on my front porch. They clean everything down. They bring their own wipes. They don't bring anything from the outside in. And they don't see others' cases. So it's literally, they go out for their essential needs. They go home to their house and they come here. I know there's people out there that are like, oh my God, I can't believe she lets people at home. Yeah, I do, because my kid's the most important thing to me. And I want to make sure I can't work full-time, parent full-time, teach full-time, and ABA full-time. That's just not happening. Yeah, it's not like we're having raging parties over here with our therapists. Just trying to keep our own sanity while our kids stick to the same schedule.
People are being made to feel like they should be educating their child that might be in an intensive autism program or school. And it's just not, it doesn't work. You know, like they've learned for so long in an environment from staff, and that environment is not home, and the staff is not you. It's not mom, and it's not dad. And I know that when Sam gets home, like he does some work with ABA, or he did. But as soon as that staff was gone, like he's not working. So, and I'm not gonna force it. Like it's not worth it to ruin his day or week or whatever. Like he needs to be happy, and we need to have a good relationship. And like that's the priority. So
I know he's gonna regress. You know, and it makes me really sad because we've all worked so hard, and like you know, everyone has worked so hard. He's worked so hard, but I can't keep up. I don't even know what to do. I don't have the skills. I don't have like, and it's like you can say, they can tell me all these things, but then I also have 2 other children. I don't have enough. Like we have one iPad, one almost broken computer, then we have my husband's work computer, so it's like we're really trying to like, and it's overwhelming. Like last week was so overwhelming to me that it was like I had to just catch my breath before.
Just in general, motivating your kid to sit behind a computer is hard, no matter who your child is. Motivating yourself to sit behind a computer for a long period of time is hard. So then you have kids with autism who obviously have sensory needs, and they might really like the computer, but they might hate the computer. It might be overwhelming, or it might just kind of make them want to perseverate on it. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a plethora of variables that are going to affect each child and how this is going. But I just think the challenge of remote teaching is hard in of itself. But then you have children with autism who have very different needs, who need so much consistency and so much repetitive teaching to really acquire skills. And I don't see how that really can work from home without seeing professionals and remotely.
And then I wonder, like, once this all gets squared away and the kids do, if ever eventually get to go back to school, like, is it going to be tough getting them back into that routine? Because usually when we come off of like extended holiday breaks, it's like a little bit challenging to get her back into routine for school. So that'll be interesting. I was trying to explain to her, I think this is going to change a lot of things going forward for us and like how we live. I don't know. I mean, I'm not to say or make it sound like we're going to be quarantined for the rest of our life, but I really think that a lot of things are going to change as far as using the virtual type stuff. Are they going to just reopen the schools? Because I don't know that I would be comfortable having her go back.
No,
so
I
then
know.
we go into like a different situation, like maybe homeschooling at that point or something. I don't know.
It's kind of an interesting mirror, I guess, for other people to get a glimpse at what our life is like. I mean, everyone is like freaking out about this whole self-isolation thing and all of these measures and oh my God, this is so hard. And it is like, welcome to my life. Like, this is what we do all the time.
Want to do it again? You say more? Okay, ready, set, say go. Ready, one more time, go!